this is what it's looking like now. I'm hopeful to turn this into an Etsy shop. So last week or a couple weeks ago, my husband helped me take some pictures. I've been gearing up for this for years. Like, some of these papers I made in 2021. And I was like, I'm going to have an Etsy. And it's taken us that long to get good pictures. We were dragging our feet for various things. But today I'm hopeful that by the end of the day, I will have an Etsy shop open. At least like one thing on there. But last week or the week before, we took some pictures. We got some good pictures of just some of our products, so we're not completely overwhelmed. But I have handmade paper, little notebooks, and I have junk journals of a couple of different sizes. And that is all I'm starting off with. We definitely have other plans of different things that we can put onto the shop, but we want to start with just like a couple of things. We also have a craft fair coming up on Saturday, so I also need to pack for that. So I thought, let's just bring everything into the room. Not everything here is going to the craft fair, not everything here is going on Etsy, but everything is in here right now, so I need to like sort everything out. But the things that I want to do for Etsy today, I think I can do them all. Rotate and crop photos. The photos we already have, but some of them are like upside down and like too wide and stuff, so I need to rotate and crop photos. I need to cut videos down to the right length. I think it needs to be 10 seconds or something, and a lot of our videos are like a minute, so we need to cut those videos down. I want to title everything, which I basically have done already, but I just need to make sure that I have that straight in my head. I want to weigh my products. I want to write like my template for the copy, like the thing that I need to put on every single one. Then I want to write the paragraphs for each thing that's going up today. I need to count the pages of basically everything that I sell is going to have a page count, so I need to count the pages for that. And then I need to enter it into the website. I might be missing things. I have some blank check boxes that I can still turn in to something something to do as it comes up, if something comes up. I've never done it, so it's kind of scary, and like I started to do it yesterday and I was in the middle and then it just disappeared, everything that I did, and I was like, today is not the day. Then I also have a packing list for the things that I want to take to the craft fair on Saturday, so hopefully all of that will fit in this one bin. And yeah, I'm excited. I think this is going to be the day. Alright, let's do it. Okay, I went through the website and I went through and I did one product listing. I put in the pictures. I still need to put in a video, but I couldn't get it on this computer for some reason. I put the title, and I picked the thumbnail. I wrote a description. I made the price. Let's see, I added some tags. No, like the color and the length, the size, the dimensions. In the description, I put in how many pages it is. In the tags, I put some of the tags, but I'll have to look over that again. Let's see, you can say if it's a physical item, who made it, when you made it, if you're sending a finished product or materials for something. You can also put in printables, which we will do after the craft fair this weekend. Let's see, I put in a decorative paper because I couldn't find a handmade paper section. So then I did shipping. In the shipping, I put the weight and the length, width, and height. And then I put it in handmade paper. And I think that is good. I'm going to save and continue and see what happens next. Okay, great job on your first listing, it says. You're one step closer to your first sale. Consider adding a few more listings. 5's a good start. This gives buyers more chances to find your shop. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Now that I know everything that I need to put in, I'm going to weigh all of my papers. I'm going to measure all my papers. I'm going to count all of the pages and all of the journals and all the paper stacks. I'll do all of that, and then maybe I'll have lunch, and then I'll come back and I'll write all of like the description paragraphs that I want to write. But that wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, so good job so far. Alright, so I put in my bank info, so for where Etsy will pay me. I put in my credit card info for where Etsy will bill me for having a shop. I put in, I had to verify my identity, and that was all easy. I just put in my ID and then took a picture of my face, and they verified it right away. Putting in your bank info is pretty easy. You just have to sign into your bank the way you would normally sign into your bank. And then, so right now I'm kind of in a weird place because it says the one-time setup fee of $29, right? So I put in my credit card number for that, and then the 20 cents for each listing. And I only put in one listing so far, so it says 20 cents, and then it says review setup fee and continue, and then I pick approve, and then it just puts me back to where it is. So I think what I'm going to do is just put in more listings, and then if I get up to 5, then maybe it'll let me go past that step. But so far so good. Technically, I've not opened the shop yet, but I've done everything but, and now I just have to work on putting on my other listings. So I'm kind of excited. Good stuff. All right, I just finished the things that I need to measure. So that's like the quantity, the page numbers, length, width, height, the weight, and the color, which I kind of got. Then you not only need the length, width, and height of your product, but also what the length, width, and height will be of what it is when it's shipping. So in my case, it doesn't really change, but say you sell a shirt and you put the dimensions of the shirt, but then you fold the shirt up to be able to ship it, and then that's how Etsy helps determine the shipping price. So that wasn't so bad. Something I found out is that you can go back and edit things after you post, or after you put the listing up. So that's very important to me. So I was able to put up or change something on that one listing. I haven't put any more listings up yet, but I'm going to move over to the couch because I'm tired. That was a big task. I'm really proud of myself for getting that done, but let's see. I think it's 7. Let me see. I probably started around 2 or 3. Yeah, it's 7:13. So not that long. Maybe I don't know. I ate lunch, so I'm all confused. but yeah, maybe around 2 or 3 is when I started this. I put my first listing up. I got all the numbers I need. I'm gonna write up some of the copy that I need next, and then hopefully post the rest of the listings, make the rest of the listings. I did all the verifications and everything, so it's going pretty well. So like I said, I didn't take the photos today. So I would probably allocate 2 days to put all of your stuff up. But you could totally do it in one if you start early and you work hard. All right. So I think it's going well, and I will check in later. All right, it's 7 on the following day. I was called into work today. So I didn't finish everything that I wanted to do, but technically I did have my Etsy shop up and running in like 5 hours, not counting the taking of the photos and like obviously making of the products. So that is really good. I definitely have more work to do because I can put up the other products that I have. I still need to like rotate the photos and make sure the photos are facing the right way and then finish them up. But I was able to write some copy today. And so that's good. I wrote my templates. So yeah, I still have to rotate and crop some more photos. I was doing that at the end of the day yesterday, and I was like, I just cannot do this anymore. And I was so tired from doing the rest of it. But I was able to get one product listing up, so I'm happy about that. Title everything, I pretty much have done that, but I want to make sure before I tick that off. Then I have write copy template, so I wrote that. So basically that's like all the things that I need to say, like this is handmade and like there's going to be variations and whatnot. So I wrote all of that. So here where I have write paragraphs, that is for all of the different separate items that I have. The description paragraph, so I haven't finished that yet, but I have started some of them. Enter them into the website. So like I said, I've only done one of that so far. And then this was like all the technical stuff. I did that, and it will hopefully be up by tomorrow midday, all of the rest of this. All right, it's several days later. I kind of left you hanging there, but we did get 12 listings up. That's what we wanted to have up before the craft fair. We got tied up in craft fair things, obviously. But we were able to get this all up. We were working late into one night, the night before the craft fair, to get everything up. After we did like set up for craft fair, we came back home and then we made sure that the Etsy was nice and polished as possible. There's definitely still some things that we need to change. There's some counts that we need to put in for how many are there, but this is what it looks like on the seller's end. You can go in and edit, like this one will probably go in and edit and put in a video because there's no video on that one, but you can put in, so like here you can put your video. We might put in some different things in the description, but for now we have at least the bare bones of it. We might make it a little bit more descriptive, but that's one of the journals. And then here is one of the paper packs that has just a slightly different description in it for right now. But we're going to go in and we're going to like zhuzh it up a little bit and make sure all the counts are right after the craft fair, because I did sell some things, so I want to make sure that the things that I sold don't coincide with the numbers that I have up here. But yeah, we still have a lot more merchandise that we want to put up, but we wanted to at least get some. The people who came to the craft fair, the people who picked up our business cards, would have some place to go and shop later on, and would see that we actually have a storefront on the website. This is what it looks like from the seller's end. I just wanted to also note that I'm not so much, like I don't use my phone for everything like some people do, but using the phone, like I used my phone to put up some of the videos, and that was very easy. This is like the shop manager overview, and here is what my shop looks like. So the business card looks pretty much like that, but in business card size. And then it has this website, it has the YouTube, and it has our email that you can contact us about. And this is what the storefront looks like. I think it was a success. I was really happy to tell people about the Etsy when we were at the craft fair. If you guys want to come visit and just like the page. If you're not able to purchase right now, that's totally fine. If you wait a couple weeks, months, I don't know how long, we're going to have a lot more stuff up there. But thank you so much for visiting if you do. I hope this answered some questions. I know when I was doing it, it was really scary because I was like, I don't know if I save it here, am I going to be able to edit it? Yes, you're able to edit and edit and edit, and it's totally easy. I didn't do the banner part. I should have had my husband film that, but he has many, many decades of experience of doing things like this, so you might want some help from someone who can do that, because I wouldn't be able to do this really quick, I think, just making sure everything is the right size and everything. But yeah, I think this was a success. I was able to put it up as long as I had all of my products straight in my head, and I had all of the, once I got all of the pictures taken, it was really easy. I just had to measure everything, weigh everything, and then count everything, and then I was able to put everything up, no problem. Yeah, so hopefully that helped. Like this video, give me a comment, ask any questions, give me any tips and tricks if you are an Etsy seller, and let's keep the conversation going, because I know Etsy and everything online is constantly changing, so if there's ever anything you want to discuss, I'm happy to discuss it with you. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Bye!